This video will show you how to replace the ABS wheel speed sensor on a Chrysler Town Country. This will be located behind your front wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we have to do is safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Now after you've completed that, remove all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts so we can get the wheel off of here. Now that we have the wheel off, we have a clear view of our front brakes. Let's pay attention to our caliper. As far as the caliper is concerned, we want to push back our caliper piston. To easily do this, I'm using a small prying device. I'm going to come in between my caliper and my outer brake pad at an angle. And now I'm just going to carefully start pulling outward. While I'm pulling this outward, it's pushing my piston in. Now that we have movement from here, we can continue on. Now that we've done that, we're going to remove the entire caliper with the bracket. That can be done from along the backside. Now I have the wheel turned so we can have a close look along the backside here. We're removing the entire caliper bracket. There's 2 mounting bolts holding it in place. Use a 21mm for each. Now I'm going to start with the upper bolt first. I'll fully remove it, give it a quick inspection, and start it back in just a couple threads. That will prevent this from falling as we continue on to the next mounting bolt. Before we remove the caliper, we want to have in mind that we will have to hang it aside, so I like to have a caliper bracket hanging device. You can use pretty much anything for this. We just want to make sure we're not putting a tug on our flex hose, which could cause damage. We'll slide this caliper out of place. Now typically when I do remove a caliper, I like to at least give the brake pads a quick peek. If it looks like they're worn at an angle or damaged, it's a good idea to replace them. These look fine, so I'm going to hang this aside, putting no pressure on my flex hose. Now from the outside, we can remove our brake rotor. If this is stuck in place, you can lightly tap on the hat of the rotor, never on the braking surface, unless you're planning on replacing that rotor. Mine does move. Slide it out of place. Just a quick inspection of this. We'll clean it before installation. For now, I'm going to set it aside. Now with that brake rotor out of place, we're going to start removing the backing plate so we can gain access to where our ABS wheel speed sensor would be located inside of the wheel bearing. To remove the backing plate, you're going to find that there's 3 10mm bolts that need to be removed. All 3 of these bolts will look the same. You do not need to worry about mixing them up. For the last bolt, make sure you're holding onto the plate so it does not fall down. We'll slide that out of place. Of course, a thorough inspection. This looks good. We'll set it aside. Now that I have that backing plate out of the way, we have a clear view of where the ABS wheel speed sensor goes into our wheel bearing. I'll be using a 5mm Allen head for my mounting bolt. Of course, I have sprayed this with some penetrant. A thorough inspection of the mounting bolt. We'll go ahead and clean this up. If it looks like it has to be replaced, of course we'll do so. Now I do have a little movement from here. I'm just going to use a little bit more penetrant to help this along. Now we can follow this up to its next couple mounting points. As far as these mounting points are concerned, take the wire and carefully pull it out and away. A thorough inspection of the bracket as we continue on, confirming that it's not rotted, weak, or damaged. There's our next mounting point. Now at this point, we're coming along the front of the strut assembly. So now as we move along the front of the strut assembly, this metal bracket is actually attached to the front strut, and this is part of our ABS wire, so I'm going to be removing it. There's a 10mm bolt that comes through from the inboard side towards the outboard side. We can see the threaded portion. I'm just going to go ahead and take this out, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Now we have our next mounting point. Let's slide this off of here. As we make our way under this area, we can see our connector. Now, as far as this connector is concerned, looking up along this area, you can see that it has a red locking tab. That locking tab needs to be pried upward. Then there's a second locking tab tucked inside of here, which you will have to depress. And then once you've done that, you should be able to separate this. I'm using a pocket screwdriver. Now, as I mentioned, I would want to squeeze here. If you find that you cannot squeeze and dislodge this, you can come from the opposite end, find the tab, and pry it upward, out and away. Then this should want to separate. Now, as you can see, it did not want to separate for me, so I'm just coming back here like I mentioned. There's a lot of dirt in this one. Once you have it separated, a quick inspection on both ends for corrosion. The side that needs the most would be the side that's actually attached to the vehicle. If you see any corrosion, it needs to be taken care of. This looks fine, so we'll set it aside. And there it is, friend. Now, prior to installation of any brand new part, of course, we want to make sure we clean and inspect our mounting area. So we're focusing on the bearing. Now, when we go to clean this, we want to make sure that it's a smooth mating surface. During the cleaning process, we are not using any type of detergent which might make its way into the wheel bearing and cause damage. I'll just use a piece of fine sandpaper and then I'll wipe it down with a clean rag. And now it's time for installation of the brand new ABS wheel speed sensor. We're going to start with the sensor itself. The first thing we'll do is lubricate our small O-ring gasket all the way around. Now we can line this up. We'll press it in, align the mounting bolt port, and start that in by hand. So I have that pressed in as far as possible. I can tell that it is flush, so I'll continue on with my 5mm Allen head mounting bolt. I've got that on my socket. We'll start it in by hand. After that, we can bottom it out and then torque that to 55 inch-pounds. It's not very much. My torque wrench. Double check to make sure that's properly secured in place. It should not move around in any way. Let's continue on. Now, as far as resecuring our ABS wheel speed sensor cable, I like to apply some lubricant into my brackets. That'll help this slide into place during the installation process. You don't need very much here. Just a thin amount as a lubricant. Now, as we bring this up into position, you can tell exactly where those mounting brackets need to fit into. So we're just going to go ahead and slide that right into position. Let's make our way along the front of the strut next. So now as we make our way along the other side of the strut here, you're going to find that the new ABS wheel speed sensor wire bracket has a small slot. We want to make sure we have it in the proper orientation. That slot's going to fit over this area on the strut itself. So we want to make sure we have the threaded portion facing towards the outboard side so we can take the bolt from the inboard side, start it through by hand, and make sure it's nice and tight. And right there is bottomed out. I'm just going to attempt to take this just a tiny bit further here. Let's take hold of that bracket. We'll give it a wiggle, confirm there is no movement. Perfect. So as we move towards the body of the vehicle, close to where that brake line is, I'm going to add a little bit more lubricant here, just as I did before. We'll slide this into the proper positioning, pressing it on as far as possible, making sure it's secured. Now let's focus on the electrical connector portion of this. We'll make sure we have it in the proper orientation so the locking tab area aligns. Press it together, we'll listen for a click. After an audible click, a light tug to confirm it is secured in place, and then lock it down with the red locking tab. Just press it straight in. One last confirmation with this. We don't want an ABS light when we're done. This looks good. Now that I have that secured, the next thing I want to do is secure this entire thing. Now, during the removal process, you remember this was hanging down. We don't want it like that. It does have plastic clips. If we were to look underneath this area, I can see that there's a metal bracket where those plastic clips would go into. So I'm going to remove the originals. I'm just going to use a trim tool. You can use a flat blade screwdriver. After that, we'll press the new wiring harness into the proper placement. So now as we bring this into position, we're going to be taking the wire and bringing it up and over our brake line. And now we can swing this into the proper positioning. We're coming from the inboard side outward. Press it all the way on there. Now, if this doesn't feel like it's secured for you, you can also use a wire tie. We do want to make sure it's not hanging down in a way that it might potentially get damaged. This looks good. Now that we have the ABS wire perfectly situated, let's continue on with our backing plate. We're going to take this, we have it in the proper orientation. Go ahead and start in all 3 of your 10mm mounting bolts. After they're all started in, go ahead and snug them up. Take hold of the backing plate. It should not move around. If it does move, you might hear a rattling noise driving down the road. Before we can get the rotor in place, the next thing we have to do is clean the wheel bearing hub mating surface. For this, you can use a wire brush or a sanding disc, whatever's easiest for you. Now, typically when I clean this, I also like to make my way along the inboard side to try to remove any miscellaneous debris so nothing falls inside of the brakes. After cleaning this, we can use some anti-seize. Now let's just have a quick look at our brake rotor. We're looking at the inboard side. This is where it would be up against that hub mating surface. Use a wire brush, clean this up as well. Once you've cleaned that, let's get that brake rotor in place. I like to hold it on. I'm using one of my lug nuts so this does not fall off and potentially hurt me while I continue on. Let's get our caliper in place. Now that I have this on here, I'm going to continue along the inboard side with my 2 mounting bolts. Now, as far as my 2 mounting bolts, I'm going to start them both in, while bottom them out, and then torque them to 125 foot-pounds. Now we can remove that lug nut and prepare to reinstall our wheel. Now once you have your wheel in place, start on all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts. Bottom them out in a crisscross manner. Get the wheel back on the ground and torque each of those lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. Now I have the wheel safely on the ground. Let's go ahead and torque those lug nuts to that 100 foot-pounds as I mentioned. Torqued. Okay friend, we showed you how to install the front ABS wheel speed sensor on your vehicle. If you had an ABS light, make sure you reset it. After that, take your vehicle for a road test, make sure you don't hear any odd noises, and the ABS light doesn't come back on. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.